Welcome to the Changes to the Team episode for Gameweek 38. Before we get on to the team selection for the final game week of the season, let's take a look at the points scored in Gameweek 37 so far. With 4 games left to be played in Gameweek 37, there's still time to improve on what has been a poor showing in defence so far. Willy Caballero was beaten by a superb strike from Shinji Okazaki in Man City's 2-1 win over Leicester, while both Southampton and Arsenal also conceded consolation goals to Middlesbrough and Stoke, seeing just 2 points so far from Maya Yoshida and Nacho Monreal. The Arsenal defender came close to a goal, however, when he struck the woodwork from close range during the 4-1 win over Stoke. In midfield, Leroy Sané has proven to be a strong differential so far. Just 7.2% of FPL managers own the Man City midfielder for his 2 assists against Leicester. Captain Alexis Sanchez delivered with a goal and an assist in his first game of the double game week, scoring moments after signalling to be subbed off due to an apparent injury. The good news is that the Arsenal midfielder has trained ahead of their second fixture. It was a disappointing double game week for Eden Hazard, who failed to register any attacking returns across his 2 fixtures. The Belgian failed to find the target with any of his 5 goal attempts during Game Week 37, and his teammates were unable to convert any of his 8 attempted assists. Harry Kane marked the final game at White Hart Lane with a goal during a 2-1 win over Man United. Gabriel Jesus stepped up and converted a penalty in the absence of Sergio Aguero, but Manolo Gabbiadini was given the day off as Southampton made 7 changes to their team for the 2-1 win over Middlesbrough. So let's hope the forward comes back into the team for the second fixture of Game Week 37. The bench boost chip is in play for this game week, and it got off to a rough start as Mason Holgate was pulled off at half time, before Everton went on to secure a clean sheet against Watford. Josh King is so far rescuing the use of the chip, with his late winner for Bournemouth in their home game against Burnley. But there are still potentially 11 players remaining for Game Week 37 in the final 4 games, so hopefully we can return plenty more points. So it's been a solid green arrow so far in Game Week 37, up to around 3,000th overall. A top 5,000 finish looks fairly secure now, and that was always the aim for this season. So now let's look ahead to Game Week 38. Having saved a free transfer last game week, there are now 2 free transfers to use on a couple of punts for the final game week of the season. The first will likely be to bring in Philippe Coutinho, ahead of Liverpool's home fixture against Middlesbrough. The Brazilian magician thrived in a deeper role against West Ham, leading his team to a 4-0 win with his 2 goals and 1 assist. Eden Hazard may be the player to make way, despite a home fixture against Sunderland. After playing 90 minutes against Watford in Game Week 37, it looks fairly likely that the Belgian will be rested for the final game of the season, as Antonio Conte continues to experiment with his side, now the title is wrapped up. The second free transfer is much harder to decide on. At present, there isn't anything else that needs changing, but that could change after the 4 remaining games in Game Week 37. Some rough ideas are to potentially lose one of the Man City attackers, Leroy Sané or Gabriel Jesus, in favour of either Riyad Mahrez or Jamie Vardy, ahead of Leicester's home fixture against Bournemouth. Alternatively, a move to upgrade Mason Holgate to a Liverpool defender or even John Terry might be the way to go. And here's how the team would look after making the first free transfer. Willy Caballero will most likely be the goalkeeper for the final game week of the season, as Man City travel to Watford. Currently, the defence is made up of Maya Yoshida, Nacho Monreal and Marcos Alonso, with all 3 facing home fixtures. However, if we use the second free transfer to bring in a defender, it will likely be Yoshida who makes way. For the captaincy, the standout options look to be Philippe Coutinho ahead of Liverpool's home fixture against Middlesbrough, and Harry Kane, with Spurs travelling to Hull. The Liverpool midfielder has managed an impressive tally of 4 goals from his last 6 games, and Klopp's side are still playing for a top 4 position. Harry Kane, meanwhile, is just 2 goals behind Romelu Lukaku at present in the race for the Golden Boot award, so it's the Spurs striker who is wearing the armband as things stand. But as always, be sure to follow FPLtips on Twitter for the confirmed team and captaincy selection, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video.